So as you guys may know, one of my favorite genres to read and watch are shonen and fantasy. It was mainly what I watched back when Cartoon Network aired shows like Zatch Bell, Naruto, and Dragon Ball. They still are, but there was one genre that I fell in love with later on. The genre that I'm talking about is mechas. Seeing these giant robots fight monsters, aliens, and other giant robots had me hooked onto it the moment that I laid my eyes on it. Fast forward to now, I still love it and I've even started collecting the model figures myself. And before you ask, no, it's not an addiction, I can stop whenever I want to. It's just that holidays are coming up and, I need to get a gift for myself. I can't be showing up to Christmas just being the only one without a gift. Now, what drew me to the genre itself, besides the fights, is just how deep their stories are. Series like Evangelion, 86, and Gurren Lagann, while they look cool, they delve into themes about what it means to be human and how we perceive ourselves based on others. Code Geass and Gundam, on the other hand, deal with themes on a much larger scale, showing us how destructive and violent war and society could be if they had giant robots. There's something for everyone, and the genre is always pumping out new series for everyone to enjoy. And as if they were listening, Shonen Jump has decided to feed my mecha enjoyment, and release a new mecha series called Hero Organization. Now, I don't really know how I came across this manga, but what I do know is that this manga is an absolute banger. The story itself reminds me of a lot of classic mecha series, coupled with themes and ideas from other popular shonen IPs. As always, I'm going to be talking about the story and give you guys my first impression on the series, and as well as give you guys some of my theories and ideas on where the series is going. With that out of the way, let's get started. The story opens up with a bit of lore on the world. Humanity is on the brink of extinction, and to solve this, they decided to expand and colonize into space. It's there that they encountered the Star Beasts, kaiju-like monsters that are set on destroying humanity. Since conventional weapons didn't work, they needed a weapon to defend against these beasts. Enter Aegis. No, not that one, this one. It's essentially battle armor that people can pilot and is the only thing that can kill the Star Beasts. The main characters that we follow in the story are Ryu and Leonidas Tyler. Ryu is an ordinary man that works at a factory that creates these Aegis and is Leo's father. We follow his perspective from the beginning of the story, and during that time, we really learn about him and Leo. He's a man that's proud of his son and will talk about him every chance he gets. To some, he's a dad that genuinely loves his son. To others, he looks like a pathetic man that's just riding his son's future success. For Ryu, he just hates how mediocre his life is and is insecure about being a father that Leo can look up to. On his way home from work, he meets up with someone that works for the Hero Organization. These guys are a company owned by the government, and their job is to create more pilots for the Aegis. The man introduces himself as a recruiter for the organization and wants Ryu to be part of their civilian recruitment program. After some hesitation, he agrees and is sent off into space to pilot an Aegis. Now from here, I'm going to spoil a big part of the manga. If you want to go into the series blind, I suggest you click off and read it yourself, since you can always click back to the video. Now that we've established that, let's continue. Once in space, Ryu learns how terrifying being a hero is. His comrades are constantly dying, he's overworked, and above all, he can't even contact his son, the only thing that's keeping him going. In the end, he decides to resign, and just before he leaves, a ship transporting civilians is attacked by a Star Beast. Ryu saves him and is rescued by his superior. Or at least that's what I thought would happen. Ryu is killed by him, and this is where we find out the truth about his recruitment. Everything from him passing the exam to now was all rigged by the organization. Their whole plan was to create a true hero, someone that will inspire the masses to join the organization for humanity's expansion. His story is fabricated to have died as a hero, and from here we follow the perspective of Leo and his time at the organization's academy. From the first couple of chapters, I was hooked on the series. I honestly believed that Ryu was going to be the main character for his series, and that we were going to get something similar to Monster Number 8. While that would have been fine, I feel like the series wouldn't be able to stand out on its own if it went in that direction. They could have gone the father-son dynamic and it would have been cool to see, but I don't think it would have grabbed my attention as much. The decision to kill him off while I was already emotionally invested in his story hooked me even more, since I now want to see this organization get destroyed. When we swapped to Leo's POV, I kind of thought he was just going to blindly assist the organization and find out the truth about his father later on. Instead, the series establishes that Leo already knows the truth before entering the academy. It's a refreshing take on the concept, and I love how it subverts my expectations. Leo's life at the academy is filled with tension, as he needs to be on constant alert of his surroundings. One mistake and his entire operation will kill him, his friends, and even his aunt's family as well. It keeps me guessing on where the story will go, who will join Leo's cause, and how society will react once they learn the truth. As for the mechs themselves, I think their designs are okay for the most part. There isn't much to say since we've only seen a couple of them. There are these big, bulky mobile suits that are layered with armor, and they kind of remind me of a fat Evangelion. I like the concept and it fits with the setting of the story. I just wish there were more of them. The monsters themselves are grotesque, and I like how detailed and shaded they are. The art itself is very crisp, and the character expressions really pop out during certain moments. As far as predictions from where the series will go, I had a hard time figuring this part out. And I already pulled off 2 plot twists, so it's not far off to say that there will be more later down the line. We still don't know what really powers the mech since they say it uses life force to move, and we don't know why the space beast started attacking humans. With stories like these, 9 out of 10 times, it's human greed that caused them to be in this predicament. The organization could have stolen something from them, or the mechs themselves are powered by Star Beasts and is the reason why they're so hostile to humans. We'll have to see later on, but that's about all I have for predictions. The series overall has a lot of potential to it. The opening chapters themselves have a bunch of references to classic series such as Gundam, Evangelion, Code Geass, and even Knights of Sidonia, for those of you that know that series. It's a nice callback to those series, and I like how he mixes them into this manga. We don't get a lot of mecha series from Jump, so it's nice to see that it's being done correctly. I've been trying to think about what problems there were about the series, but I haven't been able to nitpick anything at the moment. Nothing felt rushed, and the story itself is still very new, so my opinion would definitely change in the near future. That's about all I have to say about the series though. If you liked the video, consider dropping a like and comment, and share this video with others to help the channel grow. And as always guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on reading.